Evening, folks. Need to force here. Got a little time to get back out in the shop tonight. Um, didn't get to come out here Sunday night, so it's been about a week since I've been in the shop. Fairly boring week, I say. Nothing, like I said, didn't get to get out in the shop much. Had my fiance's mother come into town for Mother's Day weekend, and she stayed through Monday, and then it's just been a fairly slow going week. So it's a lot of rain. It's raining right now. I think it's rained. Yeah, it's rained every day this week so far. So, but got time to go today, which today's Wednesday. This video come out Thursday. Tomorrow, I'll post it up tomorrow. Got some time today to actually meet one of my subscribers. His name is Mark. Mark. He's outside. He lives probably about 2 hours from me, and we decided to do a little horse trading. So one of my farm saws has left the shop. Got it running up good for him, and we picked up something that's going to be, I think, pretty fun for the channel. It's probably going to get a full rebuild. So I think he's happy with what he got. If you are Mark, or if you aren't Mark, please reach out to me if there's anything else you want, or want to trade back or anything like that. If there's anything you don't like about us all, please let me know. And we may do some more horse trading here and there for some other stuff. He's pretty big into the Pioneers, the Pulling Pros, like the P Series, all in that. Which I am too. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got like 5 of that series. So I got more than I'll ever need. And I picked up saw and saw brand that I'm starting to get into. So I guess I should let you know. Well, here's what we got. It is very dirty, which I knew it going into it, but it is a Stihl 044, original 044. And it's not a red light. Don't know a whole lot about it. He said that it is got, feels like got a bad crank bearing in it, or crank bearing starting to lock up. It's fairly tight. It's dirty. I think we cleaned up some of the plastic, but she's complete, so that's the biggest thing. So before we hop off into tearing it down, I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of the saw we got in that y'all seen in the last week, or might have been Tuesday. Can't remember when I posted that. The other Stihl we picked up, and the 044. So bring y'all on around here. Y'all gonna stand right in front of me. So here's what we got. Right here we got a Stihl 042, Stihl 044. Y'all can see kind of the lineage, being that this one's the older one. This one's 66 cc's. I think this one's 70. But this is the first iteration from going from I believe from a horizontal cylinder to a vertical cylinder. You can see the size difference in them. I mean, 042 is much beefier. It's pretty well all metal. Got the same styling of air filter cover. Handles about the same, a little different angle on them, but about the same. This one's all metal, but this one's plastic. This one's completely all metal. As far as handles, this one's got more of a frontward curve, where this one's just straight. You can see the chain brake stops. They changed it up a little bit between the models. The clutch cover is much larger on this one compared to the 044. What else? You can adjust the 044 carb without taking the air filter cover off, whereas on the 042 you gotta pull this off. The start button on your 044 or 042 is different, but not too much. Oh, come on. A little sticky where your 044 is down here. I mean, they ain't much different, but just a little bit. That one's a little sticky, it's dirty. So let's kind of get up under the hood of them and show some more differences. This one's got still HD air system on it, where this guy, come on, no, I don't want to come off. I think I took it for that other video. Let's see. Right. I'll hop over here to the side of y'all. There we go. See, this one's got air filter like a 038. This one's got the newer style. Probably this and 038 is very similar. I ain't got 038 here. I'm just really getting now into the steels. You see their spark plug boot is different between the 44 or 42 and the 44. A different boot. So there's a lot of changes that happen between these two. This one has an air filter cover, very similar. I don't know if you can see that. It's very similar to 041, 045, that style, where the 44 is definitely a completely new style. Got a plastic tank, this is a metal tank. This one's got just the fuel fill in the back and bar oil in the front, where the 042 is mix fuel in the back and oil in the back. Let's see what else. As far as mufflers are fairly different. This is a kind of front exit and downward exit, where this one's a side exit on the 44. So I can show you all that. They both do adjust carb adjustments on the right side, so that is kind of similar between the two. Come on. There we go. This one's got fairly decent compression on it. I think it does need some mounts, but that's for a later time. Then this one, I'll show you all the filter on or muffler on it. Now see, it's about like 044, 441, 440, 044, 440, and 441. It's all the same. Let's see, I don't know if I'll be able to try to start it because how stiff it is. And it does have good compression. Like, I'll pull the spark plug out for y'all and show you. I did do that when I got home. Let's see, where's my 19 millimeter? Got it somewhere. I'll move it around just a little bit. Plug out. This thing is a dirty old girl. But yeah, that's pretty well the basic differences between your older 042 and the model that replaced it, the 044. I mean, that's pretty well it. That's as far as bore and stroke, I'd have to look it up. You could look it up. I don't know that off the top of my head. I think the 042 uses a lot more still flathead stuff, where this has more Allen key and star pattern. But let me show you. This is why I think we both thought it's got a bearing locking up. See how stiff it is? And that's with the plug out. it's gonna have to do a full tear down. Mark believes it's a slant fin, possibly a 10 millimeter. We'll just have to see. We'll have to do some more digging. But that's pretty well your basic lineage from your 042 to your 044. Really excited to start getting into these. This one, our 042, is a runner. I did get it started the other day. Runs pretty good. Do have to do some work on chain brake. I'm sure the band is out of it. This one does have a working chain brake. I say working, as far as I know. So yeah, that's about it as far as differences off in them that I know of, or at least I can tell from here. Set y'all back over here in our normal spot. There we go. I'm gonna set this 042 out of the way. Or, yeah, 042. Back out up under here. There we go. This out of sight, out of mind for now. So, I guess we need to see exactly what we got here. Filter's dirty, but not overly dirty. I mean, see the foam inside. It's not terrible. I mean, most of the pre-filter is decent. Actual flocking in there is not great, but it's not terrible. Don't really look like we have any fines down the carb. So there's that. I said this spark plug out, trying to pull it over. Once you get it past that soft spot, you can pull it. But that hard spot, we're gonna have to do some more research on. I'm pretty positive it's gonna need some mounts. Looks like this thing lived a hard life for somebody. So let's see about trying to take this top cover off, see if we can find anything else more about it. I don't know if I have a star bit that big. I believe these are too small, guys. Nope, that one's it. That one's loose. So let's tear this one down just a little bit, see what we're really working with. Now, I've never torn down the steel, so I don't know what has to come off first, what can come off second. Really, I don't know. I never really worked on these. I think there's another one, looks like it was over here. Oh, it's a little tight. Pull this guy off. Or we gotta take some more stuff off. Looks like a M28B. Looks like a straight flange. Don't look like slant fin that I've been thinking of. I'll do some research on it. But, alright. So what is all involved? Taking all this stuff off. See, we got a boot there. Guess we could take off the muffler, look down in it, and see what we're looking like. This isn't the main video I want to get done tonight, but I'd like to at least see what I'm getting into. Little guy, I guess it's just that short. I figured it'd been that short. I thought I broke it off. A little big old short guy. So little one there. That one's not overly tight. Long screw. And another long screw. Ooh, that one's a little gummy. That one ain't really want to come easy. Have to clean them threads up. There we go. She loosened up there. Threads on the bolt look good. Alright, how we get you off now? See what my pick can do. Said I ain't never taken one of these parts, so I ain't quite sure how you get these buggers off. I know you gotta take, pretty positive you gotta take that cover off first. So you just press it off in there. How do you get it off though? With a good solid smack. Got a touch of rust in her. Let's go. Definitely carboned up. As far as looking down in the cylinder, the intake side's clean. The exhaust side of the piston's clean. Yeah, I mean, there ain't no scoring off in it. Do we go ahead and pull the cylinder off and see? Why not? We got a little bit of time. It's gonna be, nope, one size up. Where did I set? That guy right there. Do I have to pull that stud out? I don't think I do. And if it does end up needing crank bearings, which I have a strong feeling it will, we'll split the case. Ooh, that's dangerous. I don't really like that design where it can fall down the intake crack. There we go. Got it back out. That guy slides off there. This come off. Get this guy off. There we go. He's dirty. Definitely smells of old rotten fuel. There we go. That guy back off. I don't see where the fuel lines come through. I think we just pop this guy backwards. Or do I guess I need to pull this throttle rod out of this right here. See, got my little pick. Guess needle nose probably work better. There we go. You guys have there. Now let's try to pull it. Guessing that's gonna be a fuel line. there. Yeah, it is. Fuel line doesn't look terrible. Walboro. There's the numbers. HD 10A. I have to see if that's even a stock one or what it is. Yeah, it definitely smells old, rotten fuel. Alright, what else do we gotta do to get this guy off? Boot looks good, what I can tell. Wonder, how do you... Might have to do some Googling, figure out how to get this guy off here. Cause I really don't know. I'll probably end up replacing the boot. Okay, there's a little ring right there. Just stuck in there nice and good. Now can that boot be manipulated? It's gonna be stuck. We don't like using it. There we go. Got it loosened up on this side. And boot's in pretty decent shape. Now I'm gonna replace it since I'm using a pick, but it's in pretty decent shape. Try to work it loose all the way around. Let's see if I can use a fairly dull flathead. Come on. There we go. Yeah, she just stuck on this lip from being on there so daggone long. I mean, I know I'm probably looking like a jackass doing it this way, or jackwagon, but like I said, I ain't never done this before, so it seems like it's fairly straightforward. Alright, let's go on to our muffler side again. That guy. Definitely not that guy. Don't believe it's going to be a bit bigger. Well, no, that's it. Maybe. Oh, that ain't gonna work. It's probably, they're probably done what's called. That one's loose. Alright, so we got one loose. Can we try to tighten it? Nope, it's just about stripped. Yeah, that thing's about stripped. Alright, let's see if we got a Allen key that'll fit it. That's gonna be a touch too big. This guy. Gonna be close. The question is it going to try to strip with us? I actually got an 044 cylinder, or I say cylinder, muffler. Got an 044 muffler. I was going to use for that Dolmar. Let's see. loose or did you just strip? Let's see. I have to hit it with an impact. That's pretty tight off in there. I'm gonna grab my battery pack from Impact Driver and we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. I just whacked it off with the Impact Driver real quick. It's like we don't believe we was running a gasket on it. Guess that's it. Yes, gasket. So it did have a gasket on it. It's just one filthy old dog. Man, that's nasty. But we march on. Alright, let's see if that's even gonna fit that light. Oh, it feels like it's gonna be too small for them. Yeah, it is. That's my smaller one. May not have nothing to pull the cylinder off at the moment. I had done all this for nothing. Yeah, ain't gonna do nothing but script. May have to do it same way I have been. Old Allen key. Yeah, got down in there. Break free, or did it just slip? I think it just slipped. Try that again. Nope, it's just slipping. That boy's in there tight. They're mighty tight. See if I can use a pick to clean them out any. Where my long pick at? I do believe it's a factory cylinder, but I could be wrong. Don't know. That's about the best way to get at that one. Well, let's go up here. Nope, we ain't gonna be able to get it with this, I don't believe. I believe it's just gonna try strip that nut off. And get it down on there, but it's just ain't doing much of nothing. Ain't doing much of nothing at all. Nope. We're gonna have to find the right. Let's go for that. This is that's T15 there. I said I don't believe we got a T. I bet it's gonna be like a T27. It's a T20. It's too small. Yeah, I guess we ain't gonna be able to get down into it today. Maybe. Nope, that was too small. That was too small. I don't think I'll be able to get an actual T27 down in there. I ain't got nothing within enough bore. Yeah, even that ain't gonna go down in there. We may be at a pause on this one for today. I didn't know. Nothing I had here wouldn't work. Shame. Alright, well at least let's look back at the cylinder. See what we'll see off in there. Said doesn't have any scoring on the exhaust side of the piston. Has a little bit of carbon built up on the exhaust port. Bunch of them, say a few fines. Nothing crazy off in there. I'm wondering if we was really wanting to pull the cylinder off, see on the exhaust side if it was scored up any, if the wrist pin was tight in it, because that could possibly be part of our problem, trying to change directions. Or is it going to be one of our bearings locking up in it? Looks like. Yeah, this bad boy's. It's dirty. Ooh, man, it's dirty. Heat shield. Now it's a, I guess, factory heat shield for the bottom of it. Huh. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to get a T27 torque handle, I guess, to take the cylinder off. I may spray something down in the cylinder, see if it'll get in the bottom end. And actually, yeah, we'll throw some down the intake. See if it'll get down in there in the bottom end. And lube up those bearings and see. I'll pause y'all real quick while I do that. Yeah, I can spray some lubricant down in the bottom, turn on its side, turn on its other side, let it get off in the bearings. If the bearings dry, they drag a little bit, but yeah, it's still mighty tight. I mean, that's mighty tight for its all. So I think it does need some bottom end bearings. And we're just gonna have to wait and see till I can get the right size bit to take that intake off, or the cylinder off, some cylinder bolts. So we ain't gonna be able to get into it tonight. So I'm gonna put everything back on it real quick, and we'll just have to wait till we, till we get what we need. Just need to throw this and this on at the same time. Guess I can throw. Yeah, fuel line's a little tough. They end up placing it. I do like how it just slides down on there. It's kind of nifty. That's pretty good design, I'd say. Throw this guy back in here. Something like that. Probably have to use my needle nose, set it back off in there. There we go. Set this guy back in there. Something like that. Trying to remember, was there anything else that came off right there? Don't believe so. Need this guy. Don't really know how it went. Something like that. That would have helped if I paid more attention exactly how this thing come off. Something like that. Now, get there. Does that guy need to be all the way forward or all the way down? Maybe all the way down. There. Be all the way up here. something like that. Put this little guy back on. Bring these nuts on. Not a huge fan of the nuts like that. Feel like you better make sure they tight. Don't know if they're supposed to be a what's called a head or not. Ain't gonna put it on tight because, like I said, we're gonna have to pull it back off. We're just gonna put it on just enough to hold it. There we go. Hopefully we can put you back on. We'll take that off for now. Let's turn back around to the other side. Put this muffler back on. Don't want nothing falling down in our cylinder. Cylinder does look in good shape, as far as I know. Ain't very far. One's on. Look at that one, found this home. That's just an impact to grab them on in real quick. Go. Now we just put this guy back on it. Just went like so. These guys went down here in the bottoms. That one don't seem like it's an easy one to get to. That guy on home. I have to order up. Well, really need to pull off the cylinder to see how a rod looks, and if it's a 10mm, if it's 12mm. Really, what any of this really looks like, what we're working with. I'd love for it to be a 10mm. Also, kind of worried if it is, because you don't find parts for them very often. There we go. Now, should be able to put our shroud on. Gotta put that guy, put this guy back over in here, and work our shroud back on. I do believe, could be wrong, like I said, I have not done this before, so I may fumble through this. What am I missing? What are we sticking up on? That's where our spark plug goes, right there. What am I missing here? Ah, yeah, go like that, okay. See if I can snake this guy back up in here. There we go. All right. Put these screws back in it. this one put back together till we can source some parts for it. Really get a wrench and source some parts for it. But it's definitely gonna be one of the next ones on the channel. I'll honestly probably gonna clean it off. Maybe pressure wash it on the outside and pull the shroud back off. Try to get some of that gunk down in it. There's one more right there. But I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about this all. There we go. We'll set the spark plug back off in it. Thread seem good on spark plug hole, so that's a good sign. Thread seem good in the cylinder, that's what I meant to say. Alright, you're somewhat loose. Set that guy back on. Man, for doing one of these for the first time, they're honestly fairly simple. I'd say they're fairly simple saw to work on. But that's so far. We'll really see when we actually get down in it. So I'm going to set this one, let's set it under here, bench here. Because I'm sure I'll probably be able to get to it by, see, today's Wednesday. I might be able to get me just buy a T27 Torx handle by Sunday when I actually get to work on it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to start working on some of these. I'm really excited to get a Steel 044, whether it be a 10mm, 12mm. I don't really know. Y'all may be able to help me out on that one. But I'm excited either way. We're going to get to it fairly soon and we'll run it. I mean, it's obviously going to outcut that 044 or 042. I'm not expecting it not to, but I will be curious to see how it does against 372 or like some of my farm saws, my Max, what else? That 042 Super. I'll be curious to see how it really compares up against it running a 28. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And if there's anything y'all want to know, please hit me up in the comments or email me at nicktheforester22@gmail.com. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks, y'all.